everybody. Thanks for joining in. Today, wanted to talk about something that happened yesterday. Kids are in school right now, except for my youngest. My wife, several months back, got out of the workforce temporarily for reasons that aren't pertinent to the show, but I was 100% behind her in getting out of the workforce and taking care of a few things. Well, yesterday she's waiting on a callback from a job. She's done all the background check and drug test and just all the preliminary things that you do to get hired on someplace. And they told her that she took her drug test like a half hour later than another person, and so she got stuck in the January orientation class. The person that took her drug test ahead of her. So my wife's got to wait till February for this job. Not fantastic news, but not the biggest of deals. So anyway, she has been trying to do a side hustle or two to make a little extra money. Youngest child was with a sitter. I've been working night shift for nearly 5 years solid. I caught a few month break on day shift over this past summer, which was incredible. But I ended up having to go back. Well, she had gone out yesterday morning to side hustle, gets done, picks up food from one of my favorite fast food restaurants. And of course, no meal is complete without sweet tea. And some Reese peanut butter eggs, which are better than regular Reese peanut butter cups. The trees and the eggs are just better. So she brings that home. I'm getting ready to go into work, and we had a lunch date in our own dining room with no kids in the house, and just got to be us as a couple for a little while, which was really nice. With my night shift schedule, all my kids, and just stuff that goes on, that doesn't get to happen an awful lot, unfortunately. So it was enjoyable, and it was one of those things that just put a grin on my face walking. Even though I had to leave, it made the day a little better. So I guess today's podcast is, if you're dating someone, if you're married to someone, if you're looking for dating advice, do something every once in a while that's not asked for, that was unexpected, that will put a smile on their face. went a long way to just make my day better, and they've been working us quite a bit lately. Plus, with my commute, I end up putting in even more hours than scheduled, just due to the amount of time I spend behind the wheel driving. Something you just never see out here. They're not a sponsor either. Grief, I spilled it all down my shirt. Wow. 3 cop cars in one dude's driveway in my town. That's like worthy of the Sunday morning paper. Or 6 o'clock news. Take your pick. Where was I? It'll make their day. The restaurant is one that I don't get to go to very often due to where the closest one's located versus where I live. Closest one is around an hour drive. So it's not some place that I get to go very often. But it's pretty, I really enjoy it. And it's not overly expensive, it's fast food. Well, that just made my day. That she thought about it, that she did it, that she went through the trouble to do it and bring it home in a hot bag and everything else. It just, little things like that make your day sometimes. And there have been times that I've done little things to make her day. I'm not gonna get on the SS toot your own horn, but there have been times I've cooked dinner, come in the kitchen and taken some off when she, helped with dinner, rented a movie that both of us want to watch. We don't get to go to the theaters very often with the kids because, first off, it's really expensive to go to the theater with kids. Second off, I don't enjoy seeing the Frozen movies. So, the only way that my wife and I get to go watch a movie that her and I want to watch in the theater is if, oddly enough, it's something that they can see, or if we have a sitter. The last movie that her and I went to watch was Ford versus Ferrari. We watched that shortly after it came out. One of the grandparents had the kids for a few hours. Her and I went to dinner and a movie and had a ball. Great movie, by the way, if you hadn't seen it. But looks like this is going to end up being one of the shorter podcasts, but just every once in a while, for no reason other than the fact you enjoy being around them, spoil the one you're with. And it doesn't have to be anything big. So, anyway, I guess that's the gist of this show. I might be doing another podcast here because there's something else I wanted to talk about